So we're going to read this really, really quickly. It's just a fast story that's going to give us a little insight, which you probably already know because you know they've been dropping the rest of this story overnight. And it's all been dropping and dropping like Plinkos, Plinkos, Plinkos on the Price is Right. And in this case, it might be wrong. The question is an exclusive. Was there a Mar-a-Lago rat? Retired FBI agent says the informant likely handed over evidence that led to the unprecedented raid, and the agents wanted documents before they disappeared. Here are the key points, and we're going to read the story as well as the key points. So some of it may seem a bit redundant. And beforehand, I'm going to let you know that, okay? So, a retired FBI special agent, Michael Tabman, said that it's likely an informant revealed information to the FBI that led to the raid at Trump's home on Monday. Quote, I think somebody gave the information indicating that these documents are there, Tabman told the DailyMail.com on Tuesday in an interview. The FBI raided Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate on Monday in an apparent relations to a probe into him taking official White House documents to Florida. Oh, well, we'll see. Into him taking White House documents to Florida. Tabman said that there was likely a breakdown in cooperation between Trump and the FBI that led to the raid. And here it is explained. You got evidence that you need to get before it disappears or moves, and you can't see it anymore. All right. So here we go. The FBI's raid on Trump's Mar-a-Lago residence on Monday was likely sparked by new information from an informant and a breakdown in cooperation between the agency and the former president, a former agent told the DailyMail.com. Retired FBI special agent in charge, Michael Tabman, who served the agency for 24 years, said a raid of this level of sensitivity would need to be approved by the Attorney General, Merrick Garland. Quote, I think somebody gave the information indicating that these documents are there, Tabman said, adding two hypothetical insider revelations. You have not been told the truth about their existence. You're not getting them unless you come and get them. End quote. He continues with, I think there was inside information. You can call it an informant if you want, he told the dailymail.com. And I believe that either someone told them something or some other information was stumbled upon. All of this is conjecture, in my opinion. This is me talking. And he continues with, which was kind of conclusive in their minds that they had to go now to get it, or they're not going to get it. Trump's Florida residence was raided by the FBI on Monday, and it was most likely in relation to seizing official documents reportedly taken from the White House to his Palm Beach home upon leaving the office last year. Tabman claimed that while there was cooperation between Trump and the FBI at one point, the agency may have gotten a sense that the former president and his team were telling you what they want to tell you with limited information. The FBI protocol, according to Tabman, is to move forward with seizing information once they feel that voluntarily obtaining it is no longer viable. He says, everything could disappear. You've got evidence that you need to get before it disappears or moves and you can't see it anymore. In order to obtain the warrant for a raid, the FBI would need to prove probable cause and conduct the search in a timely manner. Agents just poke around someone's home in a case like this, Tabman said. This is all them hanging outside there. Wow. The FBI raided Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate on Monday in an apparent relations to a probe into him taking official White House documents to Florida, leaving the office. Pictured here are some of the Secret Service guards that are standing outside the entrance to his Palm Beach, Florida home. It's repetitive right here. It's redundant. It does say, like I said at the top, I think that some of the documents are there. All right, so let's get back into this part of the story. He also claimed the FBI could have gotten the sense that Trump was no longer being fully cooperative with the investigation, leading them to see the raid approval. Supporters of the president gathered outside Mar-a-Lago on Monday evening in protest of the raid and ongoing investigations into Trump. Tabman said that while it doesn't appear any protocols were broken in conducting the raid, it's still an unprecedented move in the sense that the FBI has never raided a former president's home before. Quote, I can't think of this having happened to a former president, Tab noted. He says, I don't see any protocols that that were broken in any way. This is a retired FBI agent. Now, I need to do some homework over here on this side. So you guys forgive me just 2 seconds. I need to take care of one tiny little bitty thing inside of the YouTube studio to make sure that this is going out the right way. So give me just a second as it pulls it up. And I apologize for this. It's just that when the story hit, I know I only have a few minutes to get to you guys. So I'm going to do this and click here and save it. So that way all is well. Okay. I want to thank you guys for tuning in with me as well. All right. So now that I've got that done. All right, so he says, I don't see any protocols that were broken in any way. The retired FBI special agent added, they must have obviously had probable cause. Republican lawmakers immediately bashed the FBI President Joe Biden, the Justice Department, and its head Merrick Garland for conducting the raid. Biden and his staff, however, had no heads up on the matter. The senior White House officials found out about the raid via Twitter, according to the New York Times. Tapman told the DailyMail.com, quote, I believe the Attorney General approved it himself, giving the sensitivity. You know, maybe he delegated it to a Deputy Attorney General again, maybe in order to avoid perceptions, since he is a political appointee, he added. Isn't it amazing? I don't care. Whenever I see large amounts of people showing up someplace at one time, I always question it. And it doesn't matter what side it is. I always question it. It always looks like theater to me. This is just me saying that. So it goes ahead and says, getting a go ahead from Garland is an internal DOJ process, Tabman explained, adding that after approval, the matter would go before a neutral third party judge to approve the raid based on proof of probable cause. But didn't we have a lot of probable cause conversations in the past? Anyway, Tabman, through his near 2.5 decades of FBI service, retired at the level of special agent in charge. He served on the FBI NYPD Organized Crime Task Force and FBI NYPD Drug Task Force for 8 years. And during that time, Tabman served as an officiant on numerous arrests and search warrants and applications for wiretaps. Tabman has been involved in a great number of arrests and execution of search warrants, and during his years in management, Tabman has reviewed affidavits and commanded the execution of arrests and search warrants. That's the end of that party. It's the end of that story. Okay? Just want to bring that to you guys to get you up to speed. Not that I really care much, but it's just amazing to me when these types of stories pop up during the same time. And I'm going to let you see this. Isn't it something? They just sort of pop these stories out at the same time. Serena Williams 40 reveals that she will retire from tennis after the US Open to try for a second baby with the billionaire husband, and it's the hardest thing I could ever imagine, but at the same time, I'm ready for what's next, she says. So you guys go ahead and read this as well. And again, this is just not, oh, I don't want to say it. I'm going to leave it alone, but wow, that's some, I don't want to even say it, but you guys already know what I hope those of you who really know me know. Marty knows what I'm thinking when I see that picture. Marty knows what I'm thinking. Who else knows me? Melinda knows what I'm thinking. Rusty knows what I'm thinking. But I want you guys to read that because I find it very curious when these types of stories, as well as Joy Trujillo knows me. She knows what I'm thinking. But I find it very curious when these kinds of stories pop out at the same exact time as these other things. Okay, there you go. Wanda Diaz. Ding, 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 ding. Yes, Marty, you got me, sister. You guys read that, and I just, gee willikers is all I've got to say. Yikes. Just yikes. All right, you guys, anyway, I wouldn't want to face her in a dark alley. Tell you that right now. I'm running as fast as I can, and I can't get away that good. So I'll probably just reserve everything I'd have to say for a later date, period. And I cannot afford her in court, so with all that said, that was just my perspective, and that is allegedly. Okay? All right. And I didn't say nothing. Anyway, you guys, go on ahead and check out the story. The link is down below in the description. That way you'll be able to follow the story for yourself. But I do believe that yesterday being 8/8, that there was something going on. That's all I know. 8/8. And then 2022, 246, 8/8. Who know? Who knew? Who knows? All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Y'all take care. And remember what we always say on any Felicia Lockhart Group publications, that man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of his mouth, the Most High, not ours, not anybody else's. That's the only thing that we can hinge truth on. Huh. Yep. You guys take care of yourselves and then continue to take care of one another until we see each other again. Please continue to be blessed. Lockhart Perspective.